Alright. Got a lot of fluid from the input drums. Go ahead and grab me a new boot. Goes right here in the fill area where your dipstick goes. And you do want to install this before you put it in to the truck, or your vehicle, I should say. Move up the board. Move up the piston. Now I am a culprit of doing this backwards. By that I mean putting it in this way. It should go in this way. I have learned my lesson already on that. Spring, there's the spring right there. And don't want to forget your check ball right here. There's your check ball. Right there. Boom. Now this thing is ready for the separator plate. One other thing that you can do is set your air compressor to 40 psi and come into this port over here, and you can watch this actually move for your reverse. One other thing I'm going to do is put on the torque inverter lockup ring right here, so I don't forget it. You got a couple different ones. And I want to go ahead and lube up the shaft on this one as well. Alright, there we go. Now this kit is a little easier to deal with as far as these two gaskets go. The reason why I say that is you don't have 4 of them to deal with. You've only got the 2. You just got to make sure to get the one that says CA on it first. It goes down first. Then your separator plate. Your other gasket. Here should say VB for valve body. Place it on top just like this. Grab a couple of your bolts from your valve body. You want to insert them. Nope. I am forgetting one thing. Forgetting 2 things. I was about to make the same mistake someone else already made. But I'm not going to be that guy. Alright. Alright, there's one filter in, and the other one goes over here to this hole. Okay, now we're good to go. Alright. Got one alignment here, and the other alignment's right here. You'll know that the alignments they'll be really tight. You won't have a whole lot of play in them. Alright, there we go. Retaining plate. 1, 2, where's the third? There's the third one right there. Cool. So I'm going to go grab the bit for this, because I did not prepare it. I need this kit, I need this kit. And I need to grab my inch-pound torque wrench. For the valve body itself, it'll be 96 inch-pounds. Come on up. There. Before I get too far, like I usually do, I'm going to go ahead and install the wiring harness now. And I do not see the caps in here. Okay, that's why, because there's not two of them. Cool. Go ahead and move up the board here. And move up the O-ring. Pop her in. Like that. I've already got this put together. It's all cleaned out. Got 2 springs on the inside. Go. 13 or 10 millimeter actually. May grab 10. Of course, I'm missing my deep 10 millimeter socket. Isn't that one we're always missing? Now, since this is a 20 volt and it is an actual nut driver, not an impact driver, I did not want to do any more clicks than that because I do not want to strip this out. And I do believe that this will strip it out. Alright, next up we're going to do our parking brake. Grab bracket. Draw it on. Pull the selector off to the side. There we are. Okay. And we have 2 13s that go in here. That's 15. There's a 13. Going to do the top one first. And get the other one lined up. Back it off just a hair. Now we gotta actually put it in part. It is in part. If you don't do this part, you'll bend your manual shift lever. Before I get too far, I want to verify that I can rotate the tail shaft. Good? Yep. Rotate both directions. We're good to go. Now for the valve body. And again, just like the pump, if you laid it down on something hard or was really rough with it, you need to file it down and make sure that it is. Okay, come on. Make sure that it's nice and flat. Come on out. There we go. There we go. Got her out. I'm trying to skip steps here. Stay. Check balls. Almost forgot them. I don't need all of these check balls. There we go. That's all the check balls that I need. If you're doing this upside down, you can actually put the check balls inside the valve body itself. And you can put some assembly lube over the top of them, make sure that they stay put. There we go. So the first bolt that I really want to get put in here is going to be my 3 8mm. There's one. There's two. There's my third one. They are all the same length, it looks like. Yep. They go right here in this L. They're right there. Now pretty much all the other ones can go in. You are going to have 2 shorties. One goes here. Oh, where's my other shorty? Those are my long ones for the phone switch. There's my other shorty. Okay. Cool. And these are down to 8 foot-pounds. 96 inch-pound. Whichever torque wrench you have. I'll get my detent put on whenever I get the valve body actually torqued down. As soon as I find the bolt for it. There it is. Go right here. That does pop off this side for now. There's the pillow switch. Held down by 2/8. There we are. Now for our 10. And now to go in torque sequence. Without actually torquing them down at the moment. This is always a pain. There we are. The reason why that was always a pain is because that was in alignment 10 location. What you can do is you can get some of these screws, cut the head off, and then you can set the valve body on top. Like next time that I go to the transmission shop, I am going to get me some of these bolts so I can do an alignment perfectly, and I sit here and guess at it like I am. This one does not have a dipstick stop. And I forgot this is 1/4 inch, not 3/8. And now to find the 90. Alright, there we go. Good thing it didn't fall into the pump. That would have been bad. Come on. Yep. That is the part that you hear the clicking on whenever you're shifting gears. That's what that part does. You can actually double it up so that it'll stay in gear. I know some of them have an issue with staying in gear and popping out on you. That's one way to fix it. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. Thought I was going crazy for a minute. I thought I was missing a piece of this wiring harness that should have been brand new. Torque converter lock up. Grab them out of the old transmission bell housing, or the case itself, not bell housing. Damn it. You did it pretty. Don't want to break you off. There. You don't want to be too rough with it, as this connector will break off very easily. Alright, there's that. Oh, I got this thing dirty. Me and my filthy hands. Now the bolts that go onto the fan itself are 9 foot-pounds. Or 100, I believe 102? No. 118. Should be 118 inch-pounds. A lot of these bolts here did not get dried off completely. So there's got some nastiness inside the pan. I'm going to go ahead and clean that out now. Doesn't take much to wash it out. You don't need to scrub anything. Just use good degreaser and it just wipes out of the pan. Just gotta make sure to rinse it off. After you're done, so I'll be right back. Gotta go rinse it off. Alright, there we go. Nice rinse off. If my air compressor was dry, I'd be using air on this to dry this out. But I don't have a filter on it to give me dry air. There we are. We have our quartz gasket. Goes on this way. Just like that. Filter. This is a deep filter. You can tell because it has feet on the bottom here. If you don't have those feet, then you have a shallow. If you have a short one, but it has feet on it, you actually have a Corvette filter. And there is a difference. You don't want to get them mixed up. So if you get a shallow filter in, the filter itself can fall out, and then your transmission will just be sucking air. And you don't want that. Gotta find the right socket here. 10, 8, there it is. My adapter. You do not want to cinch these down, especially with a quartz gasket, because you will bend the pan and you will get a leak. Throw it on the ground. You don't need it. I also need to go through, here it is, got my O-ring for the cup. Definitely want to put that on before I put the tail housing on. Oh, it looks like I might be missing one. Oh, there it is. I see it. Alright, there we go. Alright, 9 foot-pounds, here we are. That's why I don't trust it. It doesn't seem like it wants to click at 9. But it might. There it goes. Just click. I always wonder if it's out of spec or not. How long you want to put there? You're already clicked in. pushed in. I can pull it off. Oh, release the tension, I should say. Now this O-ring is just right here. All I'm doing right now is just pulling it back into the position where it needs to go. I don't know. There we go. Perfect. Crap. Throw some assembly lube on it, and all over the shaft, except for the gear here. That's your reluctor wheel for the speed sensor. The bell housing bolts are actually 35 foot-pounds, not 27. Tow housing is 27 foot-pounds. Yeah, that's all there is to this. I will catch y'all on the next one.